It's beefy, baby.
Hey,
My name is Luke Hodson.
Alex Morrison.
hey,
You ready? I'm ready.
It's a movie podcast.
hey,
Let's get it.
hey,
Grease-soaked mess.
It's a movie podcast.
hey. Rated PG-13. Hey,
Your mom didn't make that casserole.
beef.
Did you want me to sing some of the Mormon stuff?
Yeah, sing the Mormon stuff, man.
I can't anymore. It's out of my head.
No.
Guys, it was really good. At one point it went, my God, he is super thick. Did you know that thunder is the sound of both his cheeks when they go clap, 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 clap? All the doggies run away because they do not want to be sat on. They do not want to be sat on. Oh, don't you know that God? Oh, no. That God and Lucifer used to be lovers.
Wow.
They fucked. Sorry to every Christian that listens to the podcast and is a true believer. That's just a little bit of goofiness. Sorry about it, guys. But you know, I feel like
Don't be nervous now. You did
No,
it.
but
man.
I feel like
you know
if-
what's so funny is that you
if
said you
you're-
weren't gonna do it, and then you did 35 seconds.
if you're a
of it.
human being, I think you have to be okay with your God getting shat on every now and then.
Yeah, occasionally,
Yeah.
because that's what happens. Yeah, every time you stub your toe, you say Jesus Christ.
Because worst case scenario, it doesn't actually affect you. If you believe in your heart that I'm going to hell for that, then that's your reality.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's just and God will be like, see,
Yeah.
that happened.
It's like, what's the point? What's the point of like doing anything to me about it if I'm just gonna go to hell anyway? Like if I've already been determined to be punished.
That
you
is a
know?
remarkably valid point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you're not the God.
I've already been punished
yeah.
by God.
Yes.
In the future. So what's the point of you punishing me here?
Right now.
Yeah.
When it's also happened in the past.
Exactly.
When time is circular.
Yes.
And not the same for angels or demons or gods.
No. You mean God?
God.
There's
sorry.
only one God.
Sorry.
Alex.
Sorry.
Yes.
Let's
Sorry.
say
Yes.
sorry.
Sorry. Sorry, Safari. That sounds like a fucking. That sounds like a 2014 Cartoon Network character
The Sorry
on a show that
Safari.
lasted 3 episodes.
Oh my God. Hi everyone. Welcome to the 27th episode of the Bucket of Beef Show.
My name is Luke.
My name's Alex.
Did you know that we have a podcast called The Bucket of Beef Show?
Jesus Christ.
You're listening to it right now.
I had no idea we would do this again.
Also, we've been working on a really great pilot presentation of a wonderful episodic series called Samuel Court.
Yeah.
Written by yours truly. Me, just kidding. It's written by Alex Morrison.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a producer, and it's difficult.
You're doing a really good job.
Roma flamed me on my shitty budget yesterday, and I'm like, well, all right, that's fair. But you know what? We're trying.
Yes, we are.
Shout out to my sister Julia, who tossed us some cash.
Yes.
On the GoFundMe. I don't know. Have you shared that yet, Alex? What's going on there?
The GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sent it around to a few people.
Oh, okay. So everybody else just doesn't believe in us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. Well, yeah.
We'll remember that.
A couple of people have, and everyone on the Patreon has tossed us money, regardless.
That is true. Thank you so much to the patrons. Everyone else, y'all are bums.
Y'all are fucking bums.
No, we appreciate you even if you're just listening to this for free. Because we like doing it for you.
Yeah, we do.
So thank you, guys.
It's been a couple of weeks.
It has. We've been going through crazy times.
Crazy times.
Busy. I'm going to be in North Dakota. I want to learn how to ride a horse the moment I get there. I still need to learn my lines. I've been a bad boy.
Been a bad boy.
Yeah, I need to be spanked and taught my lines.
Jeez Louise.
So yeah, if anyone can just put a chip in my head that makes me learn all my lines, I'd appreciate that.
You got it.
But
you got it.
now
Big
it's
Papa.
just going to be me doing line readings for 10 hours a day until I smack it into my noggin.
Smack it into your noggin for 2 months in North Dakota.
Yes, North Dakota. I don't have enough pairs of jeans.
Just buy some jeans.
I don't have enough pairs of jeans. You know who had jeans in this movie that we watched? A lot of characters had jeans in the movie that we watched.
Yeah.
What's the movie that we watched, Alex?
What's the question of the day?
Jeans or khakis? I already know the answer.
Khakis.
What?
Yeah, khakis.
Wow.
Well, I mean, because you can have khaki pants and khaki shorts.
Wow.
I'm not going to be out here wearing denim shorts like it's 2004,
I
you
did
fucking
not
dweeb.
anticipate you saying khakis.
Not a
I thought that was a
fucking
sure
chance.
dub for jeans. Damn.
Well, because khakis have the really big pockets.
Yeah, it's true. Khakis just make me think of church as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you wearing polos, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you tuck in your polo?
I think they made me do it when I went to church.
Of course they did.
But during Sunday school, I would untuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause Sunday school
That's
was
where
the
I
party.
actually learned that God and Satan were lovers. I went to a really progressive Sunday school.
Dude, I could talk
Just
about...
kidding. I grew up Greek Orthodox.
Yeah.
And I think if any of the elders heard me say this, they would be so upset.
Very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could talk about Christian camp all day, too. There's just so much
Oh,
surrounding...
you went to Christian camp. Didn't you get, like, groped at Christian camp?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
A little bit.
Was that with the boy?
Yeah, with the boy.
There was a special needs boy that molested Alex, and no one did anything about it.
Thanks for
Is
telling
that too
my
much
story.
To share on here?
Yeah, potentially.
Well, let's cut it out.
We're not
No,
cutting it out.
seriously, let's
no,
pause
no,
it.
we're not cutting it out. This is
See, this is one of these things. With the podcast, sometimes I forget that we broadcast this to people to listen to. A lot of times it just feels like I'm talking with my buddy. And I feel like I say a lot of things that if I ever got like a modicum of notoriety, I would be very nervous about everything that everyone has heard me say.
yeah.
So,
but that is
that's
thing.
a problem for future Luke, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's a thing that happened. A less
direction.
problematic thing that happened at Christian camp, but still problematic, is that like 4 or 5 girls smacked my ass in a public
Dude,
setting.
you know what? I got groped a lot when we went to Wayne State University.
I'm sure
I'm putting it out there.
Oh my
There was one
God.
time when we were doing fucking we were doing Mamma Mia, and like people would spank my ass. I had these these pants that made my ass look super thunderous at the end of Mamma Mia. And there were times I would change backstage. And there was one time I was changing backstage. I was pulling my pants off. I was in a huge rush. And someone came up behind me and they slapped my ass like while my leg was up. And they basically like put the like heel of their hand into my asshole and their fingers like stroked my balls. And I was so pissed. I was like, you have no respect for my physical autonomy?
Oh.
Like, what the fuck is... Whoever did that, I know you're out there, and I know you know that you did that.
Wait, you don't know who did it?
I don't know.
Oh my
My
God.
back was turned. It was someone. I have no idea. I want
Do
you
you
to know...
have- do
and
you
I-
have
and
an
I want-
idea? Do
and
you
I
have,
want
like-
whoever did that to know that I'd think about that. And I wish that you didn't do that. And it makes me quite angry.
I'm so sorry.
So don't do that to people.
Yeah, don't do that
What's
to
your
people,
problem,
guys.
dude?
Jeez,
Or
Louise.
gal. I don't know.
You
Everyone
don't
was
know?
touching my ass back
What
then.
did the hand feel like?
I can't
We
remember.
can solve this mystery right now.
I can't remember what the hand felt like.
You can't?
No, I just remember the rage. I was so
Blinding
pissed.
rage.
I was running late for my entrance on stage, and then somebody's like, let's grab this man's balls and asshole in one fell swoop. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like I know
and
who it
I was like in undie. I think I might know who it
I
is.
feel like I know who
But
it
we won't,
was. I'll say it.
don't say it. Don't say it. I'm going to mouth it to Alex.
Okay.
But you can't say the name.
I promise. Feels like it.
It feels like it might have been.
I feel like there aren't many people who would do it besides.
I don't know. Everyone was touching my ass during that show.
I didn't touch your ass.
Everyone. There were people, like the people that were behind me, like when we went on for the finale thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone would spank my ass before I went on. People would double team it.
Me and Nikita were too busy fucking just goofing the fuck
I was getting
off,
groped
dude.
all the time doing that show, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All the time.
What an uncomfy show for me too. I had to wear like the scuba diving outfit.
Yeah, you did. Didn't you fall?
No, I didn't. Well, did I?
Someone fell. I don't know.
I don't think it was me, but like even
When he says scuba diving outfit, they did you have masks and snorkels?
snorkels, masks,
But
and
mainly
flippers.
the flippers.
Yeah,
The flippers were the hard part.
where we were jumping on and off of like
a platform.
a platform
Like
dock.
a,
yeah,
Like a 4 foot tall, maybe 3 feet tall
yeah.
platform.
And I was so self-conscious, and there were so many pretty dancers around,
Why were
and
you
I was like,
self-conscious?
because it was just so tight. It was so tight, and it was so hot.
Oh, were you in the whole suits?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't remember them being suits.
yeah, we were in entire scuba suits.
Damn.
Yeah, that
What a show.
sucked.
That was a great show. A lot of sexual harassment for your boy.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Some of it was fine. Generally am fine with that, but like,
Well, because there is like the veil and the mask of just like doing theater, where it's that stuff just kind of
yeah, people just fucking touch you, especially if you're I don't know. I feel like dudes get touched a lot in
Yeah,
theater
absolutely.
and film. just in general, and it's just kind of like a thing that happens.
It's a thing that happens.
Not saying that other people don't get touched too, but I feel like there's a lot of a lot of like just casual, like it's okay to touch, like male presenting folk in theater, and it's just fine because they're a man. But sometimes it's not cool, guys. 80% of the time for me, fine. But listen,
There is 20%.
it is work. You are in a workplace.
Yeah. Keep it profesh.
Yeah. Come on. Don't grab my ass again. My asshole specifically.
God. What the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about
We
it.
have so many things on. I'm scared of this episode already.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm going no holds barred in this one.
I'm okay with it for now. I'm gonna listen to it later, and we're gonna. Okay. Luke, what did we watch?
We watched a movie called Hancock,
Yes, we did. Sorry for not doing both.
starring slappy Will Smith. I'm hoping he's grown since the debacle. I personally was like, man, do I want to watch this movie? Support Will Smith, but it's better than the past.
And also, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's like
That's true. I guess it's water under the bridge.
yeah.
Chris Rock got his comedy special.
They're both still.
No one's really affected.
They're
that
both still
much.
multimillionaires. They both get to have Range Rovers and fucking still get to work. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? It's not like anyone lost their job. It's that they can't go get shiny awards right
Yeah,
now.
no one got killed.
Yeah.
A passionate moment, unfortunately, broadcast to the world.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, so we watch Hancock. Sorry for not setting up a vote for this. We definitely, because we had been absent for 2 weeks, we were like, let's just crank this out.
Yeah,
when
we've
we
had
have
some
the time
personal stuff.
to do
We've
it.
been knee deep in production for
Sammy
Samuel
Court.
Court. Yeah.
So yeah, we stuck with Hancock, featuring Will Smith, Charlize Theron, Jason Bateman. Is there anyone else big in this? I don't think so.
I like the guy with the hook.
Yeah.
He should be famous.
He should be famous. We actually watched this on an old DVD I happen to have in my closet.
And
That
then
ended up
skipping.
skipping halfway through, and Luke ruined it for himself.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
never
He's
gonna
never
forgive him
gonna
for
forgive
this.
me for
I'm
this.
not. He fucking the movie started skipping. He's laying down. He's like, "Well, we'll just watch it on YouTube," and it skipped like 3 scenes ahead. And if you've seen this movie, it skips past the point when the big reveal happens with Charlize Theron's character. So I was like, "Dude, no, you can't just watch this on YouTube. Just wait. I'll download it and we'll watch it." And he was like, "No." So we were watching the movie, and then he's like, "Oh, this thing must happen," and I'm like, "You saw a fucking thumbnail on YouTube."
I did have a suspicion that there was something. Like the very first time they meet, she's so guarded about it.
But I promise you wouldn't have had that suspicion nearly as high. If you
I had
knew.
it before that.
No, you did not.
I did, and then I saw that, and then I was like, okay, I'm right.
Right, yeah. So you solidified it for yourself, and then proceeded to
Well, but
ask
I
me
still
if
didn't.
you were right.
I
about
still
it.
didn't know what the reveal was. The caption of the video was like, "Amy reveals the truth," or something like that. So I knew there was a truth coming, but I didn't know what the truth was gonna be. Was her name Amy?
No, it's Mary.
Mary.
Yeah. Off the dome. Okay, so tell me. We have to do a synopsis for this.
Okay.
What are the parameters here?
You can pick.
You always make me.
I feel like I did the last one.
No.
Yeah, did we do Brokeback last time?
Yeah.
And what did I tell you that you had to do? I said that you're an old prospector that's trying to get people to
Yeah.
do something. So that sounds like I created that.
Sounds like you did.
idea. I created the idea and then I made you execute it.
Okay.
So you can make me execute it, but you have to give me an idea.
Okay. I want you to be a deli owner who is selling Hancock liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's gonna be a smoker.
He's just a normal guy.
Yeah, he's a normal guy, but he's
Remember, you're
a
in
bit of a
Los
smoker.
Angeles.
Yeah, and for some reason, this guy is in Los Angeles, but he's talking like this. I'm too close to the microphone. Alex is telling me, "Hey, how you doing, Hancock? It's nice to see you, you drunk son of a bitch. Would you piss your pants for the 5th time today? I swear to God, it's so strange you don't know anything about your backstory. But goddamn, you really do fight crime, cause a lot of damage too. I remember those 3 windows I had to replace. Can you, hey, you get your hands off that liquor. You didn't pay nothing yet." Yeah, I knows you can take it, but listen, I've been through a lot worse. You broke both my legs back in the war, you know, because you've been alive for hundreds of thousands of years. I doubt you know that, but I got an idea in my head, and my intuition don't fail me often. What do you think's gonna happen? Oh, say if your life was a movie. I think you'd wake up drunk all the time. I don't think you'd know what to do with your life. I think you'd run into a man that for some reason wants to help you out. There's no exact reason why he wants to help you out, but he wants to make the world a better place, and I guess he sees something in you. Maybe he wants to add you to his brand sponsorship where companies give shit out for free for a stamp or something so that they get good press. Who knows? But maybe he's got a wife. Maybe she used to be your wife. Maybe...
I'm just trying to buy the Snickers bar, man.
Nah, listen, bud. You gotta listen. That's your problem. You don't listen to nobody. All ya is moxie with no discipline. Hopefully you'll run into that guy. He'll sort you out. Maybe you'll get a kiss from his missus, who used to be your missus. Maybe there's a guy with a hook. You gave him that, but you don't know how yet. That's the movie. Here's your booze.
I like that. Yeah, that was a good description, I think.
Yeah, it was a little rambly, definitely, but I feel like everything I do goes in that direction.
I feel like it was remarkably concise.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah. I like that a lot. So, yeah. Now, from the vibe that I got from Luke post-watching this, you thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a good, like, independent superhero movie for, like, 2008.
Yeah.
You know, because that's, like, when they're still cracking the code on everything. I still think my favorite, like, non-licensed, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was also based on, like, a graphic novel or something, and I don't know. To this day, my favorite, like, grounded, like, superhero type film, because in a lot of, like, Marvel and DC stuff, like, it doesn't feel like they exist in, like, the real world. It feels like they exist in a heightened world. Like, what's cool about Hancock is, like, it feels like this is a superpowered being that's interacting with, like, normal people.
Sure, yeah.
Like, everything feels more visceral and, like, actually, like, damaged and everything like that. My favorite, like, independent-esque superhero movie like that is Chronicle.
Oh, Chronicle.
I watched Chronicle when I was a kid, though, so I'm sure, like, if I watched it when I was older, maybe I wouldn't have the same attachment to it.
Yeah.
But I think the story's a little bit more attractive to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's denser and it follows, I mean... Yeah, no, I get it.
I think that's the main thing I wasn't a huge fan of about this movie is I felt like there were... Like, the third act I felt was kind of, like, wishy-washy. Like, I feel like the reveal with Charlize Theron's character, or Charlize Theron, I don't know exactly how to say her last name.
I've been saying Theron, but that's just me.
Charlize Theron's, like, character reveal, like, I thought it was interesting, but I feel like it could have had more time to develop.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's just a really big reveal to have in, like, basically an hour and a half long movie.
Yeah.
The
movie is very, very short.
I feel like maybe it should have happened sooner if that was the case.
Yeah. You hear the argument often that this movie, if it were, like, made any later than it was, it's, you know, it broke a lot of ground at the time. But
yeah, I feel like
think
if this came around, like, the same time that The Boys came out, it would have done really well.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be afraid to tack some time on it because, honestly, I mean, that was also the time they weren't going to sit and do a 2.5-hour superhero movie.
And now that's, like, all they are.
Yeah, that's all they are. But no, yeah, I totally agree with you. I would have loved to see, like, a more fleshed out... I kind of am sitting here thinking, like, it would have been cool to see... them actually have an affair and then something happen where he's like, I'm telling, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know, that makes it more complex.
Yeah, because Jason Bateman's character does take the whole, like, idea that his wife was actually in love with this man for thousands of years before she met him very well.
Very, 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 very
He takes
well.
it so well. He's like, well, she's mine now, bud. You lose your powers. But maybe he knows that he could square up to Hancock if his wife's just
He's like,
around.
just give me a few weeks, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'll wait till you get that nosebleed.
Yeah. And it's on and popping, baby.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I totally agree. What are some of your favorite moments, favorite characters? Let's talk favorites first.
I like the goofiness of, like, the main villain.
Yeah.
Who's, like, they kind of shoehorn in as the main villain. And that's the thing with this is, like, I feel like it would have been cool if instead of like, I don't know, it like if it could have been longer, I think it could have worked really well because it is interesting, the whole like you used to be like paired with me type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it could have been more interesting to explore like the internal struggle that Hancock has with like being accepted by humanity and like struggling with his addiction and all that stuff. Like I think it would have been cool if like we got to see a little bit more of that, because like the growth that we see from Hancock we only really get from like montage-y things in prison.
Very quick montage.
Yeah.
And literally one of them is just Jason Bateman trying to tell him to say good job.
Yeah, where he does his press conference and then he like does a good job at like one thing and then like he's fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of like an easy. It like seems like it's gonna be a really hard like
transition for him. Yeah.
But then it's like it's just not like
No.
You know what I mean?
No, he's an asshole until he goes to the big shootout.
Yeah.
And like I appreciate the little moments post where he is still kind of the same character.
Yeah.
Like even initially when he's trying to save that girl from behind the car and he's like, "Do I have permission to touch your body? It's not sexual. But you're really pretty." And you know what I mean? Just like these like little tiny glimmers of like.
I like that. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. There are a lot of those moments. And then the moment when he is saving the deli shop owner from the two guys when he gets shot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm going to kill this man with his Zagnut bar."
Yeah.
He's like, "This man is just dead."
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, that was a good part too.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe just because they did all the stuff with. Yeah, I feel like it just, the movie wasn't long enough to make the Charlize Theron stuff really stick.
Mattering, yeah. But she does do a really great job.
She's great. Yeah, everyone's good in it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that her character makes a little bit more sense than Jason Bateman's character.
Really? You think so?
I mean, Jason Bateman's character, like, kind of makes sense, but, like, I don't... Yeah, his like... Yeah, I guess it does make sense because Hancock does save him, and then he's like, "I'm gonna help you out now," you know?
Yeah.
But, like, the whole thing with, like, how exactly it ties into his, like, making the world, like, a better place stamp thing is, like, a little wonky. Like, they kind of lead it in the beginning, and then they sort of forget about it by the end because it's, like, taken up by the Charlize Theron, like, used to be his wife type thing.
Sure.
But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I think it works. Just like he is like the most good character.
Yeah.
And without him, there is. I mean, Hancock continues doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. Nothing
and
really changed.
Yeah, nothing really changes. And like I don't know, it's rare to see that type of character doing something so specific like brand.
He's like a PR dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think the ending really works because of what his character is doing too. When
That's
Hancock
fair.
puts the sign
that's
on the
fun
moon.
when he puts it on the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that part a lot.
Hancock's a strong boy.
Yeah, very strong boy. So did you think this movie was funny?
Yeah, there were aspects of it that were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the asshole thing
It was
might
funny,
be
like a
overworked
superhero
a little bit.
movie is funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the asshole thing wears after the first couple. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, the asshole thing.
Yeah.
And then what is the Charlize Theron, Mary?
Crazy.
Mary's like, "Call me crazy" one more time, and I'm like, "Guys, shut the fuck up. You're gods. Chill out.
There are
If you're gonna
tornadoes forming at your
If you're gonna do
fucking
something,
feet.
just do it. I don't understand these superhuman beings having like a major chip on their shoulder. Like, I guess I guess I get it with Hancock, but like,
No, she's like, "Fuck you, dude."
yeah. I'm just imagining like all the ones of them that died like thousands of years ago. They're like at a market, like an open air market in fucking Babylon, and like someone's saying some bullshit in Sanskrit, and they're in Sanskrit like, call me a cow fucker one more time, call me a donkey lover one more time. They're wearing like their fucking Babylonian garb.
I'm so dead.
That's just the folly of all of them. All of them are just begging to. They just want someone to fuck around and find out.
They're squabblers
Like,
with one-word triggers.
They're all just petty as fuck with thin-ass skin. Like, what the fuck?
It's true, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Call me the son of a goose one more time.
I don't know, man. I feel like I would be that petty, especially when you have the power to put someone's head up another person's ass like that.
Yeah.
If you have the capability...
Yeah, that was a funny part.
If you have
I
the
like that
capability to be petty, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not?
part. Why not just go for it rather than being like, oh, you're asking for it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna be cute about it.
If, like, you would never be the type of person to just be like, whatever. You would never be that person. You'd be like, listen, stop it.
Yeah.
Or
What do you think he would've
Your
done?
head is going up his stinky.
What do you think he would have done if he was like, if the third time he's like, call me asshole one more time, and they're just like, dummy? Do you think he'd be like, oh, you follow the rules?
Yes,
Like,
I
what are
do.
you really saying?
I do.
You know what I mean?
I feel like he would be like, that's right.
Yeah.
You're not going to say it again?
Yeah, dummy. And then he's like, call me
dummy one more time. And he's like,
asshole.
stupid.
Yeah. It's like, god damn, this guy's got a whole lexicon.
This guy's a genius.
This man's a walking thesaurus. Like, what the fuck? I didn't realize that I had the fucking Oxford Press dictionary.
Yeah.
here.
I do.
Jesus.
I mean, he launches that Michelle kid straight into the stratosphere.
Yeah, I forgot about Michel.
Michelle.
Michel was so French. It's like
So
a little French
French.
barbarian.
Just being a little asshole.
I totally forgot about the kid too. The kid's just in there for like the first act of the movie, and then you never see him again.
But he's adorable.
He is adorable. I wonder
and
if
he's
like,
gonna
they
be
just...
so traumatized.
Yeah, dude.
His mom got shot. Hancock got shot.
Yeah, but she's fine. He doesn't really know that his mom got shot, does he?
Yeah, he does.
How? Where did she get shot?
She got in the hospital next to Hancock.
Was he there?
Yeah,
I didn't
him
remember
and
the
Jason
kid.
Bateman were there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because
they were
Jason
holding
Bateman
hands
cuts off
walking
the
in.
hand of the one guy.
Yeah, he chops off his other hand. I think that's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Is when Hancock...
And he's like, "You didn't."
I think is when the guy has like his finger on the C4 button on the detonator. That's the word. And Hancock just like throws he like sharpens that like the bottom of the stanchion or whatever it is.
I told Luke how scary that scene
Or
was,
no,
like
it's something
as
else,
like the
top of the lamp.
like the bank robbers, because like this is some shit. Like you don't see Hancock, but like you just see a window break and then someone's gone, and you're like,
Yeah, that shit
and
was
you
cool.
know that dude got fucked up. Like you're like,
Yeah, he just threw him into the sea.
yeah, he was just gone. Like
Like-
that shit was really scary. Like
Yeah.
that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
What's the argument here? You have we kind of talked about it. Hancock, Homelander,
Who would win in a fight?
Omni-Man. Yeah,
I mean, Omni-Man would destroy both of
I
them.
think Omni-Man sweeps. I agree
Easily.
with you.
There's no doubt in my mind. It seems like I don't know if Homelander has like a healing factor.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
It's hard to tell just because he's so like impervious to damage.
Yeah, people can't really touch him.
So I don't really know if Homelander has like a healing factor. I think it's like a draw probably.
But if he doesn't, you think?
Well,
Hancock
actually,
sweeps?
no. You know what? I think Hancock would probably win because he does have like thousands of years of combat experience.
That he doesn't remember.
Yeah, but he probably has muscle memory somewhere in there.
You think so?
Yeah, probably. I'd guess.
What would you do with a sequel to Hancock?
What would I do? I'd do a reboot of Hancock,
What if
and I would have it starring Anthony Mackie.
Mackie? Really?
Maybe not. You don't think Mackie?
I would do
Oh, you know who could be interesting in it? Fucking
Lakeith Stanfield
Yeah,
for me.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Lakeith Stanfield. He was in Sorry to Bother You, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say him too.
He would
Yeah,
be fucking
he'd be cool.
awesome.
He'd be cool.
But seriously, what would you do with a sequel? Like, if you had to make a sequel to this, what is the direction you would take it?
He's in New York now, yeah?
Yes.
If I had to make a sequel. If I had to make a sequel to Hancock with him in New York, I would have some shit with, like, the U.S. government. Because no, that sounds lame. Every fucking superhero movie has a...
I would do something I would do something in the future where, like, Ray is dead. Charlize Theron is still the same age. Hancock is still in New York.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
The kid
They
is
have to fight
an
climate
adult.
change.
Yeah, they have to fight climate change. But they're also the cause, it seems, of climate change potentially.
Who? Hancock?
Yeah.
Why did Hancock make climate change?
Because for some reason they can make tornadoes and thunderstorms and make it snow in Los Angeles.
But he can't. She can.
They can't. No, they can together.
They can together?
I think so, yes.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
I thought that was just from her.
No, that's because they're gods.
But she was like, I'm more powerful than you.
She just said like she pretty much is strong and can fly. But she says she's stronger and is better at flying than Hancock.
I think that she is the weather person. I don't think Hancock has anything to do with it.
I think they both don't do weather things, but when they're together and they fight, it becomes like...
Yeah, but that just happens and they turn normal.
Yeah.
That was also another thing, too. Like, is it just the longer that they spend around each other, the more normal they get?
Yeah, then they can start to age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then what? So they start looking 60 and then they go away from each other and then they just revert back to their original age?
I think they stay the same age that they are, but they just don't age from that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the case. The lore could be very interesting if
could.
explored.
Yeah, they don't really have a lot of time to get into it.
No.
Honestly.
But
I'd honestly like to see like a fucking like a prequel for Hancock.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him doing some shit in like fucking New Orleans.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd
Yeah,
be dope.
I love the scene where he talks about his origin and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's like really great writing, and you know why they call him Hancock or whatever is just as simple as the nurse being like, "I need you, John Hancock,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "I thought that was my name."
Why didn't Charlize Theron's character say what his actual name was?
Dude, I had that same fucking thought when we were always like, "What is this? You know his name?
Yeah.
What is it?"
Yeah.
Watch it just been a terrible name.
Yeah, like
It would be something like what ancient, fucking
Gloomban Hanfa.
Gloomban Hanfa.
Yeah, that's his name.
We just called him Hanfa.
Hanfa. Hancock.
Hanfa Hancock.
Yeah, Hanfa just means signature in whatever ancient language this is.
Yeah. So what was your least favorite part of this film?
My least favorite part. I think sometimes the writing was a little kitschy.
It was kitschy. I agree.
Like with the "say this one more time." What else? What else was I? Just like how easy it was for like people to turn around for Hancock. I thought it was a little convenient. Like, yeah, the main thing is just like the character growth stuff. Is like I get that it's a short movie, but it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, on to the next thing that we're also not going to be able to dedicate a lot of time to.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I think it's just the kind of rushed aspect of it. Because this feels like a quick movie. It doesn't feel like it's a long hour and 40 minutes.
No, not at all.
You know? Like, it goes by pretty quick.
Which is like, you know, that's a testament to the potential it has.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think it was, like, shot decently. I think the ideas are cool. Like, it's definitely not a bad superhero movie. You know?
No. There have been significantly worse.
I would say I liked it more than basically, like, every Marvel movie that's come out recently, aside from Guardians 3, probably.
Yeah. Oh, you finished it.
I did.
Did you love it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Oh my god, I thought it was incredible.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
We should talk about that.
I'll be honest, I was a little blazed when I was watching it, so I might need to watch it again just to get the full effect. But there were some really special moments.
I was crying on the plane when I watched
I'm
it.
trying to remember how it ended.
They have a new, I mean, they all kind of go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers, I guess, for people who haven't seen
sorry,
Guardians
everybody.
3. But yeah, man, I don't know. I the parts of this that I feel like are the best are like the moments when he first gets to prison, like the very first moments. Like when he sticks the guy's head up the other guy's butt, that's funny. But then it's like Hancock is sitting down with Ray, and he's like, "It sounds like you only spent 8 years in this shithole." And he like opens the glass with his finger.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
And like literally, he's just like, "I want people to know that I can leave."
I like how they stay on the phone.
Yeah, he doesn't take out. And he like,
there's this hole in the glass in front of them.
He just like walks to the door, breaks it, starts walking outside or whatever.
But the cop's like, "Oh, I have a baton."
Yeah. He was about to fuck that guy.
I like how
up.
Hancock's weakness is just love.
It's just love.
Yeah.
It's just that he's a softie.
I also want to know who paired them. How that happened. Like,
yeah.
Is it like a Shazam situation? He's like, "Let's do matchmaker today, guys."
Oh, I had a thought. Damn it. It's gone.
What can you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I like those early moments in the prison. I also like some of his little mean quips that he does to people, like at the beginning. Like when he stops the train and everyone's yelling at him, and he tells that guy, he's like, "Well, you need to stop eating McDonald's because that is fucking you up."
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah, I like how he has to kind of shimmy his way out of the train.
Yeah.
That's a fun part.
He's like, "Why didn't you just fly up with the car?" I've been drinking, bitch. I don't know.
Yeah, literally. It's like, can you do that? Can you do that? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I had to think on my toes. Come on. You think everyone responds to situations like that perfectly?
No.
Come on.
No.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? All of you guys, there were 80 people that started accosting me after I moved this car. All of you could have gotten out of your cars and moved and fucking turned it over. Or fucking Jason Bateman could have just gotten out of the car. What the fuck?
What is going on? You're
Yeah.
being ridiculous.
Literally.
But yeah.
And besides, trains commit crime.
What?
Trains commit crime.
What are you talking about?
That's true.
What are you talking about?
90% of all crime occurs on locomotives in this country.
They
should all be
don't
stopped.
give false information.
They should all be stopped. I only trust planes and carriages.
Don't give false
They
information.
say we need to go back. We need to get rid of trains and cars. We can keep planes, boats, bring back horse-drawn carriages. Everyone should have a bicycle. We need some greenways. Maybe we can do I'll do a trolley situation and a subway situation. No steam engines.
No steam engines.
I mean, nothing really runs off a steam engine.
Yeah, but okay.
I mean, I guess they're all just kind of advanced.
Advanced, sure.
I mean, not really. They're combustion engines.
I was
now.
about-
It's all little explosions that move the pistons and everything. now.
Yeah, you're so smart.
Let's bring back steam engines.
do it.
Just traditional old school steam engines. Did you know that in the Library of Alexandria in 100 AD they had an invention for a steam engine with practical purposes, but they didn't use it because it was cheaper to have slave labor than build machines to do work for construction and shit. Isn't
Wow.
that fucked up?
That is fucked up.
That's the human experience, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Crazy shit.
Also, I wanted to tell you, I watched the second Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it way more than the first one.
That's funny because a lot of people don't like the second one
I
very much.
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. That was way more fun. And a little less problematic, but still kind of just as problematic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Short Round a lot. Ke
Hui Kwan.
Yeah,
I think I always forget the second syllable of his name. I feel bad.
yeah. No, but he was really cool. I don't know. I want to watch the third one. I'm on a journey with these Indiana Jones and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
How many Pirates of the Caribbean movies have you seen?
I just saw the one, but I'm going to start the second one tonight or tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
because that one has Davy Jones,
Yeah.
and I'm excited.
Ooh, yeah, Davy Jones is good. Do you think we're done with Hancock?
I feel like we're done
I
with
feel
Hancock.
like we really wanted to just ramble today.
Yeah, no, there was no plan here really.
Yeah.
And
Well, we
it's-
always have a script. We always have a script laid out with every word that we say.
Yeah.
If you guys couldn't tell, we spend about 8 hours on each of our scripts before we record.
Yep, and here's the pause right here.
That was written into.
Yep. I do feel like in a lot of ways this type of story, and this is where I'm in final thoughts territory right now.
Go for it.
I feel like in a lot of ways you could, of course you could take this movie now and do some really cool stuff with it and make it 2.5 hours, whatever. I feel like this would work really well as a series so that you could dive into the addiction problem, which, well, no, that's not the thought I was at first I was going to say there wasn't a ton of general blockbuster content that would deal with this type of thing, but that's not true.
For films?
Yeah.
For superhero movies?
Yeah.
What other superhero movies have dealt with
Well, I guess pre this, none. So
what about post this?
A few. I mean, The Boys kind of does it a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose.
Iron Man went there a little bit.
Really? Was Tony Stark an alcoholic in Iron Man?
Yeah, and his character is always traditionally an alcoholic. In the second one, he was.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I kind of forget that when they get into Avengers.
Yeah,
It's like
but
he's fine.
this had every opportunity to be a character study, and I don't think anyone was afraid to go there. I think it was just like the era, probably. But I feel like this could have been a really fun character piece, and Will Smith does a really good job of.
Will Smith's good in that.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Will Smith is one of those actors who like he's a good actor, but he also like just is Will Smith in movies. It's like the same thing with like Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
You know, like
I
they're
feel
both-
like though Will Smith does a better job of like integrating into the world. Does
That's
that make
fair.
sense?
That's fair. Like Tom Cruise movies kind of like sent like Tom Cruise is the world, except for maybe Tropic Thunder.
Yes, that's very true.
That's one film
Yeah,
where
but I'm thinking like Will Smith and I Am Legend. Like he can, you can be convinced of the world because of Will Smith.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. That's fair. There's just like so many Will Smith isms that he does a lot,
yeah, yeah.
which don't necessarily take away from the performance, but it's just like, oh, that's like typical Will Smith behavior.
Yeah. And I very much like Jason Bateman's character a lot.
Jason Bateman's great in it too.
This was the movie that introduced me to him, and I know he's done a lot of stuff since, but
yeah.
this one does it for me. Like it fires on all cylinders. He's just like a good guy trying to do the right thing, and you know, he's just someone who wants to help, and he does help, and he gets the short end of the stick often in this movie, but no, it really works.
Yeah, it all works out. He still gets
yeah.
his lady, still has his kid.
Yeah.
Is friends with Hancock.
It's not a perfect movie, but I'm telling, I've like the lore behind it. There is like you could talk about this for a long time. Like I want to see a sequel or a reboot now, and just kind of see where the like how the modern day consumer would like accept this type of character,
Yeah, let's get,
especially
like,
with
Keith
stuff
on it.
like let's get like Keith on it. Who would you?
Daniel Kaluuya could be the villain.
Yeah, you, I don't know. I don't know who I would put the Jason Bateman character as. Maybe like
I thought he's dead.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're like doing like a reboot,
I think
like a soft
Eminem
reboot.
should be in the movie.
Who would Eminem be?
Eminem would be the fucking his fixer, dude.
His fixer?
Yeah,
That's funny.
he'd be the guy on the radio. We need to bring movies back where there's just always a dude on the radio.
Yeah.
Remember how many movies there were that just had the radio guy? that was like a whole niche that I could have done, and now it's gone.
Bring it back,
And
man.
now I can't work anymore.
Dude, let's just write it into something.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
write it into something. Yeah, no, good movie, not the best. Could have been done better. Could have been a character study. Yeah, potential.
Definitely in the mid tier, I think, of like superhero movies. maybe.
Absolutely. But go ahead. Your final thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with everything. I think there were some really like major points for like the creativity and like the originality of the movie. I thought it was different than a lot of other superhero movies that I've seen, and I feel like I've seen. I mean, we like our high school experience like into like young adulthood has just been like in the golden age of like superhero movies,
Superhero content.
you know,
in general.
superhero content in general.
Yeah.
So I mean, considering that, I think this is definitely like worth watching, you know. I'd never even heard of this movie before we watched it. Yeah, good. I feel like their ideas were like a little too big for the execution and like what they could actually do with it. But I'd prefer that than just like doing a paint by number. Like
Yeah. Did it feel
Random
like this
superhero
movie to
movie.
you had a smaller budget than other? Like, I feel like this had a mildly smaller budget.
probably than like other big studio movies. Maybe.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Sorry guys, my alarm's going off. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Will Smith probably commanded a lot of money, but
Yeah. I think he executive produced it too, so he probably just
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they spent a lot of money on this movie. They spent $150 million.
Oh, yeah, that's a budget.
That's a lot.
How much did it make?
Let's see. Oh, it made good money. It made $629.4 million at the box office.
No way.
It was the fourth highest grossing film at the box office in 2008. So that's pretty good.
That's really
It
good.
really was not a flop at all. That's pretty much a hit. Yeah, like they had what is it? They had 100 million, not 100, 11 million more dollars in their budget than the original Spider-Man movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So they definitely spent some money on it.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Kind of does surprise me they didn't make a second one.
I guess they were trying to do it for a really long time.
And it just didn't work out.
No.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's because the three main players in this movie, Will Smith was already hyper famous, but I think this did a lot for Jason Bateman.
Strike that happened in 2008 too, right?
Yeah. But there was a lot of stuff that happened for Charlize Theron and Jason Bateman
After that.
after this, yeah. I
That's
think this
true.
was a big hit for them, and that just kind of propelled them
Yeah.
into
Could be
stardom.
that too.
Yeah.
What do you give this? What would you rate it?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna give Hancock 6.5.
Oh wow.
6.5 out of 10.
Lower than what I was gonna give it.
Really?
Now I gotta reconsider.
No, don't let me influence you. 6.5 out of 10. But I've seen this movie a lot. And even like growing up, I loved this movie. I definitely now, as like someone who is a part of entertainment, like reading and writing entertainment things, like this could have been executed just like a little bit better. But that being the case, I like when
we're pros at that stuff now.
Hey man, I'm not gonna knock myself, but
I'll knock myself.
It does get a lot of points for originality, and the strokes it takes are very broad for what it really is. But
Yeah.
a 6.5 out of 10. It feels good. I would never tell someone not to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I know we were really excited when we were talking about what we were going to watch, and I really wanted to watch Pleasantville, and they were watching Breaking Bad in the living room, and they started talking about Vince Gilligan, and Vince Gilligan was like a writer for Hancock, and then he started Breaking Bad, so we were like, oh, we should watch Hancock because Luke has never seen it. So
Yeah. That's where that went.
yeah.
I gave it a 7.1.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was. Yeah, I appreciated it, and I think I also just liked it because it wasn't like from an existing IP.
Yeah, sure.
I always appreciate, like, I feel like that's my favorite kind of superhero content recently. Well, but actually, that's a lie because both The Boys and Invincible
Are
previous IPs.
Yeah.
So,
But they're not popular.
They're like more non-traditional than
They still count
like Marvel and DC.
They still count as
They're like
independent.
fringe works, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the Watchmen movie, even though it's nowhere near as good as the actual graphic novel.
And I think that is technically DC.
Oh, Watchmen is
think
owned
so.
by DC.
I think
you're right
technically.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of like the beef meter of it, I'd give this like a. It's like a. It's like you go to like a barbecue and someone's like got their own like been working on their own like homemade, like animal style In-N-Out burger. That's what it feels like. And it's like. They like took the formula and they like tried to add a little too much onto it, and it's good, but it's just like a little messy. And you also have like a handle of whiskey.
A whole hand. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's like you're eating it, but you're also playing Edward of 40 Hands. That's this movie.
I like that.
And there's like one uncle that's like just really angry.
Just angry.
Yeah, like an angry uncle.
The scariest kind.
Yeah.
I would give this a beef empanada.
Oh.
And I feel very specifically this is the case because there's a guy around here who his specialty is making beef empanadas.
Who?
His name is Prince. He does the pop-up events at Turtles all the time.
Yeah, Prince. Shout out to Prince.
Yeah,
Prince
no,
makes
he's
excellent empanadas.
Excellent empanadas.
Got this hot honey kind of thing. That's
yeah,
what it is,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And
I haven't seen Prince in a long time.
This reminds me, like, if I'm really thinking about what this film is, like, an empanada looks the same on the outside. All the same.
Mm-hmm.
Beef, like, what it's supposed to be is good. The hot honey, it's sticky, it's tangy, it's just, like, there's some spice to it. But it's a beef empanada. You know.
But they're good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Good ass empanada.
It's good. And his are always like very like exciting and original, and you're never really gonna get one like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Super unique.
Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling. I have a lot of love in my heart for this movie. I really do.
Yeah.
But I do recognize that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But if you've never seen it, go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you like superhero movies.
Yeah. Even if you don't, I think this is a departure.
Yeah.
You
I'd
know,
say so.
enough of a departure.
I feel like it's not enough of a departure to like really thoroughly like it if you aren't a fan of like superpowered people.
Yeah.
Because I think like that's what the plot kind of relies on you being attracted to.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But you also aren't having to rely on 47 previous properties
That's true.
to get it.
That's true.
You know, like
Yeah.
you kind of just get to watch it and be done with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that's our review for Hancock.
Yee.
On to our hopeful sponsors.
On to the sponsors. Alex, go first.
On to the sponsorship. It's time to request things from companies that really don't exist, but we want to get stuff so we can continue to podcast on our own every day. Yay.
Let's hear it.
I would like to be sponsored by Donald Trump's fucking mugshot. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a beautiful thing?
It's a beautiful thing. I walked in. They said, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you here." That's a bad impression. I thought I could be funny with it, but I'm not. I'm not funny like that.
I walked in. I didn't
Yeah,
think
exactly,
they would.
thank
I said I did no pictures, please. They said, "Please stand on this wall." I said, "Okay, I'll
It's a
do it."
beautiful wall.
It's a beautiful wall. They took my fingerprints. They said those are the best fingerprints in the world, maybe the best that have ever been. Yeah. Good.
I wanna
This
be-
would be sponsored by Trump's fucking mugshot.
I want to be sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I'm gonna go with
Ooh.
a real one. I feel like I've only eaten Tropical Smoothie Cafe like 5 times in my life, but it slaps every time. No Tropical Smoothie Cafes out east, to my knowledge, at least in New York. There were a whole lot of them in Michigan, where we're from originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, come to New York Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I think you guys would be a hit.
You guys would definitely be a hit.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
they
it'd
would
be good.
just raise those prices like crazy.
They're already high.
Yeah, but
The price of Tropical Smoothie Cafe were high when we were in high school. I can't imagine what they're like now.
I remember at home, one of the promotions they were doing was they did if you wore flip-flops into the store, you could get a free, it might have been extra small smoothie or like a
what?
bag of chips.
That's
and
why
I
their
was like,
prices are so high. They're giving shit to all the flip floppers.
but I'm like, why do we have a feet thing? Why is that a thing?
Why do we have a feet?
Yeah, it feels like Tropical Smoothie then has a foot thing.
Oh,
Because they're like, wear them open toes.
Quentin Tarantino's
into-
a big investor in Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Yeah. So, yeah. Feel good about that. What are your lasting words to the audience? What if this is the last time we did the Bucket of Beef show?
Thank you guys for listening. I sincerely appreciate your ears' attention, and I'm just glad that you guys woke up today and you're walking through life and you're living it. Thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah. If you really are like walking to work or like on your way to work or doing something important and you've chose to listen to us in that time before you do that and not like listen to music,
Yeah.
like that's really cool.
And if you're underpaid, steal from your job and shit on company time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you got to do. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Bucket of Beef Show. Make sure to check us out on patreon.com/Bucket of Beef Show, where you can get access to our reviews of The Last of Us horror series and Power Rangers, which we are working on.
Be a range.
You ready to do the Patreon shout out?
Yes.
Go ahead, go for it.
You need me to pull it up?
No, don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
It's happening.
No. Pull it
Why
up.
are you doing this? Why are you
I took his
trying to
phone.
embarrass me? Shout out to
Steven,
Julia,
Amanda,
Dina,
Jason,
other Julia,
Dwight, Adam.
shout out to Olga,
Rick. There you go.
shout out to Nikita,
You got any more?
shout out to I'm trying to remember the list off the top of my head.
you say Victor?
Shout out to Victor.
There you go.
Shout out to, is Haley a patron?
No.
Oh, damn it, Haley. This is just going to be me naming people that I wish were patrons. Okay, you take it away.
Okay. Jenny. Hold on. We did Amanda, Jenny, Jason, Rick, Olga, Victor, Dwight, Adam, Julia L, Dina. So we have 4 or 5-ish more. I don't want to do the last one now.
Yeah, I know. I know the last one.
Everyone knows the last one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I knew you. Why do you think you were going to know them all off the top of your head?
'Cause
we
I
appreciate
typically
all of
did.
you, but it's a long list, you guys.
It is a long list. Yeah. Okay, Luke, just go ahead and pull it up. Can you even pull it up?
I can pull up the text similar time we go. Okay, back to it. Amanda, Jason, Jenny, Victor, Dina, Julia L, Dwight, Adam. How could we forget Brittany?
Yes.
Olga, Rick, Nicole, Nikita. I'm missing someone here.
No,
that's an old list.
That's everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We did it. We fucking did it. Nicholas! 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 Nicholas!
Nicholas. Nicholas. Thank you. Wow, look at that peak.
Yeah, that's a...
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
My name is Alex Morrison.
My name is Lukey Luke.
Thanks for listening to the 27th episode of the Bucket of Beef
We'll
Show.
see you on episode 30. We're skipping the other 2.
Yeah. Bye.
Tell your friends about us.
Hit him with the outro. Ending of the pod.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
Beef.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the bucket.
Bottom of the bucket.
Yeah.
Beef.
Seasoned to perfection.
Divine.
Too wet.
Beef.
It's a masterpiece, baby.
Beef.